Okay, in this video, we're going to look at our contest page and how we can edit and manage contest. If you look on the nav menu, we have contest here, and that's will take us to this page view. On this page, you'll actually see a contest that I've created for training. Some of the areas we can edit. This is just like a page or a post from some of the previous training. So this text here kind of tells you, hey, this is what this page is for. And then in this block here is the actual contest itself. Right here, we actually see the title. You can see if a person's logged in, they'll actually be able to see how many times they've entered this particular contest, how many entries there are, and how many days are left. And then this area here is again a place where we can enter details about the contest. We can add media to it. In this case, I put a slideshow in here. Down here at the bottom is where they actually enter. They'll put in their name and their email address, and it's required that they do that. They'll click Join Sweepstakes. From that process, it will email that user to actually ask them to confirm their email address, so we don't have just these automated programs out there trying to enter our contest. A physical user will have to confirm that they've entered this contest. And then this bar under here will give you a little more specific information as to how much time is left in the contest. We also have an area where we'll be able to attach official rules to this contest. That way we can keep it legal and people know what they're entering. But let's go look at the dashboard where we actually edit and manage our contest. So this is the dashboard for our website. If you look over here on the left, all the different options, we're looking for Contest Hopper. Contest Hopper is the plugin we use for our contest. Let's click on All Contest. And here at All Contest, we'll see one view of our contest is the page view we were previously looking at from a contest that I've already entered. I'll go ahead and hit Edit. And this kind of gives us the overview of the contest I've already created. What you need to notice up here are these tabs. Each of these tabs gives you the design options as we build the contest. Here at the headline, this will actually be that title. As we look back here at our page right here. Here we can insert different types of media, an image, a custom video, YouTube video. In here, this is the content area of the contest. If we look at our page again, that'll be this area right here with this title and this slideshow. What I've done is I entered the text for the title here. And to get a slideshow, if that's something you want to add, we use this from our photo gallery. And I just went in and told it I wanted it to be so big and insert that in what we call shortcodes. Shortcodes are just WordPress tools for different plugins. Instead of manually entering all this code, all we have to do is create what we want to add, and it has these little brackets with it and this little keyword, but we'll get into that in more detail later. Another thing to note here is our kitchen sink area is still here, just like we would have if we were doing post and pages. So you should be able to edit this text fairly easily, just like you would anything else. Once you make all those changes, you could hit Save All Changes, and that would kind of start building our contest page. Also to have down here, how do you want the disclaimer and rules to work? You can have it as a pop-up, or we can actually have it link and put in a page if you wanted to just keep a custom page out there that had those rules and disclaimers there. Or you can just edit here and choose pop-up. So we'll hit save over here on the far right, and that'll take us to the next group of settings for this contest, which are design. So we can come down here, and the 640 seems to be a good width to fit on our page. Come down here into the text area, and this is what our text color is going to be for the headline, for our description. If you click pick color, you can change that color. Just keep in mind, looking back over here, some of this stuff we can't really change. So you just kind of want to play with that until it looks the way you want it to look. And on down here, we actually have the background. So that title background was red, and that background color for the contest I made gray, and the border that surrounds our contest area right here I made black. That's where we make those changes. Once we have the design set, we can hit save, and it will take us to the next screen for settings. So here's the settings tab. Something else that's kind of nice about this contest, we can add all those social features so people can share this contest as well with Twitter, Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, and Pinterest. So you have these varying options here that you can use. That button that we have, whenever someone clicks on that, we can actually change the wording on that. Currently says join sweepstakes. You see that right here. And then down here, you can actually add extra features into those social areas when someone shares to help post that to their Twitter page or their Facebook page. And then where it says URL, that's defaulted in there. If you add that to bring it back to this page. So, but the key here is to make sure that you have those brackets in there like we see. And that's kind of just a little bit of a code that helps make this easier for you. And once we have all that set, we'll come back down here again and we'll hit save and next. And now we're in our publish. Now this is the short code right here for that contest. So what we see right here, this contest area is actually coming from that short code. And remember, we mentioned that earlier. The short codes are just a simple little programming inside of WordPress that it knows because it's inside these opening and closing brackets, where to go grab that and generate that for us. So if we wanted to insert this code into our contest page, we'd go up here to Pages. We'll go to All Pages. I'm going to right click and actually open that into a new tab. Just list all of my pages. I'm looking here for the contest page. I'm going to click it to open it up so I can edit it. And then this is no different than editing post or pages. Contest is just a simple page. Right here is that little area that talks about the contest page. And here I just pasted in that code, that short code. And that's all I've got to really do to generate this page. Fairly simple once you set up the contest. And if you wanted to, you could go down here and add featured image like we've covered in other training, or insert additional media, however you wanted to do it. But this is the simplest way to manage your contest page. So let's go look at creating a new contest. So contest hopper, all contest. So if this contest had expired and we wanted to get rid of it, we could hit delete. I guess before we do that, let's look at this participants, and that'll actually show us people that have entered the contest. So here you see I've entered it with my email, and go over here and you can actually click pick winner, and it will automatically create winners for you. So it's kind of a neat tool the way this works. But let's go back here to where we were at, all contest, and you can go up here and click add new, or we can do it over here on the left, add new. Again, it's the same thing as post and pages. WordPress is fairly simple, fairly uniform to use once you understand how to build and create content for your website. So we're going to go up here and just click add new. And I'm not going to get into the details too much here. We kind of covered that already, but we'll just say new contest. Down here you could enter the descriptive information about that contest. We're going to hit save and next. Up here, if we'd put any media into it, a picture or whatever, we could select where it was located. That's what that option's for, but we didn't put any in this case. The 640 here is already defaulted for us, so we can leave that. Headline color, that's your text again. We can leave that as white if that's what we're going to do as default here. But if you wanted to change that, you could just pick color, and you can go over here and you can pick any kind of color or text you want. You can actually change the font style if you wanted it to look a little different type of font. Your description color, that's that area right here. So you could change the color of that text for that area. And again, you can change the font. You can also change how that paragraph area is aligned onto the page, left, right, center. Type kit ID is not something we need to be too concerned with. Down here is that background color. If you see currently the title background set to blue, background color is white, and the border is a type of blue. So we'll just leave that as default, and we'll hit save and next. Here we are on our settings page where we can go in and again add all of our social icons. Click all these. Display referral link that'll allow people to come back to the site as they share it and enter your contest. Here's contest participants have to submit their full names, so that'd be first and last. Go ahead and check that. Here's that countdown display that we saw at the bottom. You can actually turn that off if you want to. We'll turn that on. We're not going to worry about the Google API key. And then here's that page for your tweets and Facebook. You just gotta, and it tells you that right here. If you add this URL, you can actually copy that and just say whatever you want to say about it. Enter our contest. And when I put in that URL like that, it'll automatically link us back to that contest page. And we could copy that and do the same thing down here on Facebook. If we wanted to, we could actually add a custom image that would be shared on Facebook for that contest. And then here you'd want to give it whatever that, Tour Connersville or whatever you want to title the contest. And you could do the same thing on down here with LinkedIn and Pinterest and so on and so forth. Here's your email settings. So here we're going to change this so that we know who it's coming from to the person that enters your contest. Actually, I don't want to put contest hopper. We're going to change it to Tour Connersville. Okay, so here's that option to send a confirmation email, and then you can enter the details here for what you want the user to see, like Tour Connersville contest could be the subject, and then here you just say thank you for entering, or whatever it is you want to put in there. So here is this double opt-in. I talked about that with the contest I had created for training. If we check that, then that's where it emails the user asking them to reply back to confirm that they actually entered the contest and it wasn't just some online software app trying to hack the contest. And the same thing you could put down here. Confirm contest entry, and here's the link back for them to do that, and you can just type in, please confirm entry or whatever it is that you wanted to say. Down here we have a referral option, so if they share this on Facebook and other people come in and they sign up off the link that user has shared, they can get extra entries, and you can add that to just be one entry or however you want to do that. You can also choose how many winners for this contest are we going to have. Is it just one? Is it two? Is it 10? But this is where you would enter that. You can also have it automatically select a winner for you once the contest is over. And we have some additional options here for how we save their information. Currently, we're just saving it in our database. There's some other social media things out here for like newsletters and stuff. If that's something you want to do down the road, by all means, Google and look this up and kind of see how that stuff works. But currently, we're just going to use database only. And then this is our time zone. One other thing that we want to finish up with here when we've got everything on the rest of this settings page the way we want is we can put in the start date and time. We just click on that, it'll give us a little calendar. We can set this these contests up. You can make as many of these as you want at one time and put different start dates and times on them. So just because you create it now doesn't mean it has to be active right now. But this is where you would configure that start time. and then end date and time. We can say how long it's going to last. So that's pretty important if you're going to be setting up a contest. So definitely make sure that you get that right, and then we can save and go to our next group of settings. And then this is the publish page. So this is where it actually generates that code for us. And again, we'd go to our contest page. We see that here because we're logged in as admins. We can actually click edit this page. It'll actually open up this page from here, and we can just change this current contest out and plug in the new shortcode for our contest. And then when we did that, we would just click update, and then our new contest would be displayed on our contest page. You can click on live preview if you wanted to before you send it out, and this kind of shows us what our contest looks like. And then if we click on dashboard, we can actually look at that specific information of that contest as we were editing it. It tells us that it's active, and we can see how many people have entered and actually look at the participants. And if we go back over here to Contest Hopper, we can also see participants here, and that'll list all these names that have entered your contest. So, and the other thing that we can do is if we wanted to filter out and look at specific contest, here it'll give you a filter for each contest that you have running, that you can filter down and look at how many participants are in those. If you want to save that for history purposes for previous contests and go back and look at that. They also have this export to CVS, which is a type of Excel file spreadsheet. When you do that, that will also give you the contact information that a user has entered for that contest. So, but this completes the basics of how to use your Contest Hopper plugin so that you can generate different contests for the Tour Connersville contest page.